So this is the Google Pixel 6 right here, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you top 7 tips and tricks that will help you to increase your battery life with this phone. So if you're new, just give this video a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, share to anyone you think that is going to be helpful to them, and without further ado, let's just dive into the video. The first option I want to share with you is the always on display. So with the always on display, when you just lock your screen like this, you can see that you have your time and then your weather and then your dates shown on your screen. By turning this toggle on will actually drain some battery, because this is how your screen is going to be when your phone is there without you even touching or pressing it. So to turn this toggle off, it will actually deactivate this always on display on your screen, which will turn all these settings or all these time and then dates and weather off from your screen, which won't even take off any lights from your screen or even take your battery, because showing this will still take some battery from your phone. So what you need to do is you go to your settings and then you go to display and then you go to lock screen. When you go to lock screen, you scroll down till you see always show time and info. You turn this toggle off, and when I just turn off my screen like this, you're going to see that nothing is going to show right here. So turning this always on display off is actually going to conserve some battery for your phone, and that is basically very cool. Let's check out the next tip. So the next tip I want to share with you is the smooth display. So with a smooth display, this phone right here is a 90Hz phone, and when you just scroll through it or you try switching to apps and all, you can see that the phone is very smooth and then slick right here. So smooth display is actually going to turn on the full 90Hz which this phone has on, and then by turning it off, it will actually reduce the fluidity of the phone right here. So when I turn this toggle off smooth display, by going to settings and then tapping on display and then scrolling down to see smooth display right here, you're going to be able to just turn this toggle off, and then you see that your phone wouldn't be that slick, and it will actually share with you that when you turn this toggle on, it will actually increase the battery usage. So by turning it off will actually decrease the battery usage, and that is basically very cool. But I think I'm going to leave my own turn on every time, because I want to just have the sweet feel of this phone right here. So if you feel you want to conserve some battery too, you can turn this toggle off, and that is going to be helpful for you. So let's check out the next tip right here. So the next tip I want to share with you too is by closing all open apps right here. So some applications do run in the background, and when you just finish using the application, sometimes some people do just leave them on and then they wouldn't just close it, and you can see a lot of people having more applications open right here. So by closing all these applications right here would actually conserve some battery, because you can see this website right here might be just running in the background, which is Google Chrome, and then even this is YouTube, and it probably might be running in the background and it will be draining some battery. So when you're done using all applications, all you need to do is you just swipe up like this. If you're using the gestures, if you're using the three options, to you tap on the right side to just get this option right here, and then you scroll to the right like this, and then you tap on clear all, and then it's going to just clear everything, and you can see you don't have any recent items right here, which is not going to drain any battery. So when you try these options too, it's actually going to increase the battery life of your phone, and that is basically very cool. So let's check out the next tip right here. Next tip is the extra dim right here. So with extra dim, when you tap on extra dim like this, it's actually going to decrease the screen light of your phone, and that is basically very cool. Sometimes it will help you when you're trying to read in a dark room, or even when you're in your bedroom and you're trying to have a cool time with your phone whilst you put your lights off. This extra dim is actually going to help you, and it's basically going to conserve some battery for you, because it doesn't expose or it doesn't make your screen that bright that it will just take a lot of battery from your phone. So extra dim is one of the features you need to just turn on when you just get your phone. But in case you just get a phone for the first time, you're not going to get the extra dim feature right here. So what you need to do is you tap on this section right here, and then you're going to be able to just drag and drop the extra dim from this side like this to this section, and then you're going to be able to just get extra dim right away. So if you don't see it in the quick settings right here, that is how you're going to do it. You drag it from the settings right here, and that is basically very cool. So let me know in the comment sections if you know you have any difficulty trying to get extra dim, or if you just don't find the extra dim right here. So you can go to your settings and then tap on accessibilities, or you can just type in extra dim right here, and you're going to get it right here from your accessibilities, and you're going to turn this toggle on and off, and that is basically very cool. So drop a like if you think this one is also helpful, and let's check out the next tip. So the next battery tip I want to share with you is extreme battery saver. So with extreme battery saver, when you go to your battery settings by pressing hold on your battery from the quick settings, and then you tap on battery saver, you are entitled to see extreme battery saver right here. When you tap on it, you're going to be able to turn extreme battery saver on. When extreme battery saver is activated, you can actually select some applications which you want them to work whilst extreme battery saver is on. So let's say maybe I want to activate extreme battery saver right now, and I tap on it like this, and I tap on ask every time, and I go to my settings and I try tapping on battery saver like this, it's going to give me a notification to turn my extreme battery saver on. In case you tap on extreme battery saver, the applications you have on your phone are actually going to turn into gray and it wouldn't be working. So when I tap on it like this trying to use it, it's actually going to tell me to unpause the app temporarily before I'm going to be able to use it. And this one actually conserves a lot of battery because some applications you wouldn't tell them to work is actually going to be grayed out. So you can check out right here, you can see a lot of applications have been grayed out right here, and the apps which are not being grayed out are Google applications which are not going to be able to be restricted, but the ones which take a lot of data or a lot of battery can be grayed out and wouldn't be in use. And that is basically very cool. So if extreme battery saver is also one of the cool battery tips you also like, you can just be turning it on in case maybe you're out from home and then you feel your battery is low, you turn on your battery saver and then you tap on extreme battery saver and you activate this. And in case maybe you want to just use the application for a while, you tap on it and then you want pause it temporarily. Whilst you're done using the application for a while, it's actually going to give you a notification that the app is going to go back to extreme battery saver mode, and that is basically very cool. It wouldn't take much of your battery, and that is very nice. So let's check out the next feature I want to share with you too is the battery optimization. So with battery optimizations, what you need to do is you need to go to your settings and then you go to applications, and then when you go to applications, you are going to see these applications right here. You can tap on see all to see all applications you have on your phone. So what you need to do is you tap on the application like this and then you scroll down and you tap on battery, and then you're going to see these three settings right here. We have unrestricted, optimized, and unrestricted. So with unrestricted, this setting right here, in case you tap on it, it's actually gonna just make the app run in the background even when you're not even using the application, and that is the side which is gonna drain your battery more. With optimize, it will just optimize the application to the way you use the phone and the battery life. So with this one, it's not really gonna drain your battery, but it uses it the way you use the phone, and that is pretty much very cool. But with the restricted, it can just let you restrict the application. Let's say you are down on battery and then you feel like you don't want any apps to be running in the background, you can just turn on the restricted and you wouldn't get notifications. In case maybe it's WhatsApp, you turn this restricted on for, or messages, you're not going to get any messages unless you open the application. So maybe I want to get notifications from this application right, which is Chrome. Unless I open the application before, I'm going to be able to just get notifications from the applications. And when you don't want to get that, you just have to put it on optimized or unrestricted, which unrestricted is the one going to drain your battery. So we're trying to improve our battery life. I think optimized, and then when we are down on battery, we put it on restricted, and that is really going to help us. So let's check out the next tip. Attention. So screen attention is one of the nifty features I found on this phone, which is pretty much very cool. So you go to your settings and then you go to display, and then you scroll down to you see screen timeout right here. You tap on screen timeout and then you scroll down to see screen attention right here. So screen attention is very nifty that it wouldn't just let the screen of your phone go off whilst your face is facing the screen, which is pretty much very cool. But with this one, it will be using your front facing camera right here, and then using the camera is actually going to drain your battery when you are even shooting a video or shooting photos. You know how it takes a lot of battery. So turning this toggle off, which is a nifty feature I really would like to be using, but for the sake of battery life and then the health of my battery, I think this toggle needs to be off in case you want to increase your battery life, and that is basically very cool. You can read this right here and then you get to know how this works. It says screen attention uses the front facing camera to see if someone is looking at the screen. It works on the device and images are never stored or sent to Google. So you should know this feature actually uses your front facing camera, and cameras drain battery. So you turn this toggle off and it's going to help you increase your battery life. So these are the top 7 battery tips I want to share with you, and if this video was very helpful, just give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I have a lot I'm going to be sharing with you about this phone, and you can check out this video right here in case you want to know more tips and tricks about this device. And without further ado, I'm just going to catch you in the next video. Peace.